personally, Engineering Idol was huge for me because I competed last year, and since then I've done as many engineering or STEM competitions and conferences as I can, and I just can't get enough of it now.
Trying out for Engineering Idol as like originally just the four of us, it really kind of started us off. Like it got us inspired to join like Engineers Without Borders, like start our own club at our school and compete in other competitions because of our experience at Engineering Idol.
It's really great because most of us don't get the chance to have engineering experience, but so many of us want to become engineers. It's great that we get some actual experience building something.
I think we really learned how to work well together, and when we analyzed the problem, we didn't think that there was so much aspects and factors that were included in this, but I think we all learned to overcome those difficulties that we've had.
And you really learn to play to each other's strengths when you're splitting up the work and just work together to get it done, because splitting up the work sometimes doesn't work that well.
I like building stuff, so I found it very fun.
I really liked it this year in that it was sort of a departure from what I'd had the previous 2 years with the electrical sort of aspect, and I thought that was really cool. And as a team, we have a lot more youth this year, which has sort of been great because of the energy and the innovation.
Yeah, it's fun. Creativity, yeah.
Engineering Idol it was my first introduction to engineering in general. Something that we started trying out for our school team in grade 9 and got it in grade 10 and 12, and it was definitely a big factor in my decision to go into engineering. Yeah, and of course I've continued on with it as a coach for my school's team during the teacher's strike last year, now on the organizing committee this year.
I think it's a really great opportunity, unlike any other opportunity out there for students to really experience what engineering is like. It even consists of a presentation portion, which I think people don't necessarily associate with engineering, and I think that's makes it that's one of the things that makes Engineering Idol such a great experience for students.
It's fun. I never thought I'd have this much fun getting up at 7 o'clock on a Saturday. I want to get more involved and get onto the organizing committee and work on it during the summer in preparation for next year's.
The beauty of Engineering Idol is it gives students a chance to explore, learn on their own, apply their knowledge to real-world problems, and really see what they can do with their lives.
I think it's wonderful. It's different every year, as they don't know what it's going to be, and they've got to go out and find out something about it. And my team wouldn't let me get involved. I kept on asking, hey, come and ask me if you got any physics questions, and the chemists and the biologists are ready. And they said, no, it's okay, we're finding this stuff out on our own.
We were told about the Engineering Idol. We thought it was a great initiative for the kids. I left Power 4 years ago, and I brought it over to Redmond, introduced it to our students, and they've been involved for 4 years now, and independent, self-driven, great group of kids that really enjoy the day. Okay.
We definitely learned a ton. It was very educational, and it was a lot of fun working with the team we had.
A lot of bonding experiences for us, and also to learn at the same time. Yeah, I think it's most important.
Very
Or experience different engineering disciplines, and by doing so, many of our students have progressed into post-secondary and found it a really great. Each year has been a great challenge and has allowed them to think outside the box.
Just the culture of engineering within the school. So this past year is the first year we actually have an engineering club in the school, and so our representing members are the executive of that club, and they've brought people in from Engineers Without Borders. They've brought in people to speak to the kids. They've run workshops on engineering topics, and that's pretty much all because of Engineering Idol that got started 7 years ago. So it's been growing in the community, it's been growing in our school, and that's because of the program that you guys have run.
Well, it's been very enjoyable over the past few years. We've always got a chance to come out here and really demonstrate engineering skills, and it's actually a very enjoyable experience. Again, just being with friends and being able to make our own ideas come to life, solving a problem and knowing that we can actually make a difference by producing products through engineering and putting our work together to create a final product.
I guess the anticipation is actually quite awesome, because last year we did not know what piezoelectricity was before we got the project, and it was a fantastic concept, and we were all able to come up with this concept that we had no idea about, and we came up with a device which will measure depth. This year,
attempting to figure out what a bioreactor was, because when we first received the topic of bioreactors, none of us really had any idea what it was. So part of the reason why that was so interesting was because in Engineering Idol you expect it to be all physics, all building things, but this year we were surprised to receive something to do with biology and chemistry and something like that. So it allowed us to branch our knowledge into other areas of science, as opposed to just focusing solely on making something that stands up straight.
It's great that, like, you know, it's kept secret, and then we all have to, it's like a challenge that we have to learn about this topic in a short amount of time and build something. And I love the fact that we get to be creative and build whatever we want and then like market it so it's like a real life purpose. And I think it's a great experience working with these people.
We hope that they are out and making the best engineers that they can, but it's kind of rare that we see them coming back with a potential bunch of fresh blood to come back to Ryerson. I really enjoy that. Thank you so much for thinking about Ryerson.
This is my 4th year here, and I love it every time I come. I have a very difficult time trying to choose who to bring, because I always have too many applicants and I am only allowed to bring 6 of them. So, but I love the fact that they're all interested in coming. So
challenging is like the vagueness of the challenge itself, but once we got into it and started building, it got a lot easier. Like, it felt kind of stressful at times, but I'm really glad we did. It was a really great experience.
Yeah, good.